Greetings to you. I'm back again, and this video is a follow-up to the video that I did the other day about tragedy. Today I was making an entry, a blog entry, into the website, and I was talking about tragedy. And the information that came through to put into this entry was so clear and so understandable. I got the feeling that I needed to bring it here because truthfully more people come here than they do to the website, and that's fine. I'm just explaining why I'm doing this now, because this was so clear and I feel a gift from the universe. I am going to actually read the information instead of speaking extemporaneously. I can't say it verbally as well as what it's written. So with that said, I'm going to do this. We use the word tragedy to signify an event as having been something devastating to those involved and or survived by. But what we're really doing is placing a label on the event so we can accept and begin to deal with the event. Now, the recent shooting in Texas is one such event, and the reason that I'm here today. It's because most people don't understand the purpose or the reason the event happened in the first place. They are consumed with grief and anger, or perhaps any of the 100 other emotions that we as humans feel. Now, why did this happen? Well, it happened because on the soul's level, it was chosen to happen, to provide an experience for everyone involved, no matter what their significant or specific involvement might have been. Now, I understand this is difficult or perhaps even maddening to hear. How or why would someone choose to be shot or killed or even be the shooter himself? It all revolves back to the purpose each of us are on this planet, and that's to have experiences. All of us come here to have all types of experiences. And yes, they do include this type, among others. We choose this because the real us, and that is our soul or spirit, come from Source. And some may call it heaven. And in this place called Source, there is nothing but unconditional love expressed. And we also have total knowledge in Source. That knowledge of the entire universe resides within all of us. But we've forgotten this in order to make the journey to Earth to have our experiences. Now, experiences cannot be had in the realm of Source because it's the same as watching a movie or a TV show. We already know how everything works in the universe. So it wouldn't be real, and therefore it wouldn't be an experience. It would be knowledge. In order to have an experience, we must come to a physical realm such as Earth and go through the process of living. And in the process of living, we create our experiences. And there are no limitations in the universal mind of what those experiences can be. They're left up to our creative process, and we can do this alone or with co-creators. With the event in Texas, there were many co-creators. Each and every person involved, in one way or another, was a co-creator and participant in the shooting event. Now, using this knowledge, we cannot call the participants victims, because in order to be a victim, you cannot willingly choose an event. It is done against your will. But this is impossible if you are creating or co-creating the event in the physical realm, because you chose it. How do I know this? Because you are involved. It can't happen any other way. Absolutely every event in this world or any other physical world is created by choice, and the participants are there because they chose it. Everything happens in absolute perfection. It's the only way the universe works. And it also answers the question so many religious people ask when something negative happens in their lives. That question is, why didn't God stop this? The only response possible is, you have chosen to experience this. And therefore, God, if that entity did exist, or as the religious believe, won't interfere. As difficult as this might be to hear or believe, it is a universal truth. It always has been, and it will never change. If we can understand that everything happens as it was chosen to happen, we can live a much less stressed and unhappy life. Now, that's the end of the blog entry. But I'm going to add a couple of things here. As I've said in a previous video, the events that happen in our life are neither good, bad, or right or wrong. The reason we feel that way is because of our perceptions of the event. And those perceptions are driven by the stories that we are told from our past, by teachers, religious leaders, governments, whatever, other senior people who pass down their wisdom. But their wisdom are just stories. Stories that we use to create our life with. Now, if you understand what was read here, then you have the possibility to change how you create your world. You don't have to use these old stories that have been passed down through eons. You don't have to reuse methods that have been proven not to work for you. Ever felt like you've been banging your head on a wall? Well, is it because you're repeating things over and over and over and expecting different results? Simply choose differently. It is your choice. I'm going to wrap this up. But as always, if you have questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. You know the drill. I'll read them, I'll process it, I'll answer if it's a question, respond if you have a comment that requires one. Or if you're just venting, that's okay too. Because that's how it's supposed to be. The bottom line is, keep smiling and just know that life is good and we can create what we choose. So when we create, choose wisely. Until the next time, have a great afternoon or evening or morning or however it is where you're at. And blessings to you. Bye-bye.